did this one, and I've been on since like 9:15.
Well, I understand that, but on arraignments, if a person is electing not to come to court personally, they have to have the video capabilities so everybody can see the individual who's appearing.
Well, I got kids at home and stuff, so yeah.
Well, I understand that's why we authorized this remote hearing. But in order for you to be able to testify, which is what you're going to be doing by answering questions today, is to appear on a video. Are you saying you don't have a computer?
I don't have access to a computer right now.
And you don't have a smartphone?
I have an iPhone.
Well, an iPhone has video capabilities.
Okay.
It has a camera on it. So if you wish to go forward today on this arraignment, you need to appear with the video portion as well. So you may have to log in to the Zoom pursuant to the instructions.
Okay, I can try to do that.
All right, let's go ahead and do that, okay?
Okay.
You just need to go to zoom.us//join and enter the information that's on your letter that was sent to you.
Okay.
Okay? All right. We'll
All right.
wait for you to reconnect using the video.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Ms. Vitalich, can you hear me? You might be muted. Can you hear me, Ms. Vitalich? Can you unmute her, Greg? On the screen on mine, it shows a slash through the microphone. All right, Ms. Vitalich, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, we can hear you as well. All right, thank you for accommodating this requirement today. This is Pasco Municipal Court. It is 11:19 in the morning. I appreciate your patience here today. Doing these arraignments it's a little difficult sometimes to coordinate 5 different people at the same time. So you are here today on a shoplifting charge. That is a gross misdemeanor. You've had a chance to talk to Mr. Huey today, is that correct?
Correct.
And he indicates that he has gone over this statement of defendant on plea of guilty with you. Did you go over a statement of defendant on plea of guilty with him?
Yes.
And specifically, you have a number of rights that are contained in this form. You have the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury in the county where the crime is alleged to have been committed. You have the right to remain silent before and during trial and the right to refuse to testify against yourself. You have the right at trial to hear and question the witnesses who testify against you. You have the right at trial to testify and have witnesses testify for you. These witnesses can be made to appear at no expense to you. You are presumed innocent unless the charge is proved beyond a reasonable doubt or you enter a plea of guilty. You have the right to appeal a finding of guilt following trial. If you are not a citizen of the United States, a plea of guilty to an offense punishable as a crime under state law is grounds for deportation, exclusion from admission to the United States, or denial of naturalization pursuant to the laws of the United States. Do you understand each of those?
Yes.
And do you authorize me to place your initials on this document indicating that you have gone over and understand those rights?
Yes.
There is no recommendation made here today. You do understand the maximum penalty that could be imposed is 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine. You understand that?
Yes.
You understand that regardless of any recommendations that are made today, the court's not required to follow any recommendation. The court could impose any sentence up to the maximum sentence. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Has anybody made any promises or threats to get you to plead guilty today?
No.
Are you doing this voluntarily?
Yes.
To the charge of shoplifting, a crime which was committed on or about June 16th, 2020 in the city of Pasco. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Your statement is that on or about that date, I intentionally didn't scan items from and left Walmart. Was that without paying for those items?
I paid some and I didn't scan any.
So you did not pay for the items you didn't scan then?
Correct.
I'm going to add the language that says without paying
gonna turn
for the
down.
items. I'll incorporate the affidavit of probable cause as well and find sufficient facts to support a plea of guilty.
Mm-mm.
Mr. Rio, what is the city's, I am affixing your approval that says here telephonically approved that this was your statement, and I am accepting your plea of guilty. Mr. Rio, what's the city's recommendation regarding sentence?
Pay in jail and $50 jail cost. She's got 2 prior convictions for theft, one in 2003, one in 2009. In 2009, she was given 5 days on that charge. She was given essentially a suspended sentence on her first charge. Understanding the situation with children, et cetera, I think she should be able to find at least 1 day away to be able to serve her day in jail. But for someone who this is a 3rd lifetime theft conviction, we think that is.
And were you able to hear that recommendation, Ms. Vitalich?
No.
The recommendation is for 1 day in jail. He recited your history of 2 prior theft charges and convictions and is requesting 1 day in jail on this. Mr. Healy, are you wanting to address the court on her behalf of sentencing?
Yes, maybe I'll start, and I think she also wants to address the court. I talked to her extensively about the prosecutor's recommendation and what an argument on sentencing is. Basically, it'd be up to you to decide. What she is going to be asking the court is for home monitoring as far as punishment. She's hoping for the least amount of home monitoring. She indicates she has 4 children, can't really get away from the home. I talked to her about if she had up to 30 or 60 days to report. She indicates that's not going to help. She still can't report in that time frame. But so that's why she would rather do home monitoring. We're hoping for maybe 5 days of home monitoring. Her last criminal conviction was 11 years ago for theft. She's been in the community ever since that time and has been crime free. And all she does is take care of her children. So we're hoping you authorize home monitoring. Did you want to address the court, Rebecca?
What was that?
Is there
Did
anything
you hear
you would
what I
like to
said?
say?
Yeah, I heard what you said.
Okay, you can address the court now if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm asking the home monitoring because I have 4 kids at home and my husband works out of town. So that's what I'm asking for.
Well, this is your third theft-related conviction, Ms. Vitalich. Most people go their entire life and never have one. You did 4 or 5 days in the prior one. Why should you get less time this time? Just because it's been 11 years ago?
No.
Why?
I got kids at home that I watch and I have no one to watch them for me.
I think those are some of the things you should think about before you engage in criminal activity. You have children who you're responsible for and who rely on you. I mean, the items you took amounted to $321. That's a significant, not just I missed a scan or I simply made a mistake. That was clearly thought out, an intent to take a number of items that don't belong to you. Frankly, if Mr. Rio asked for 10 days in jail, I would have granted that. $364 days in jail with 360 days suspended. You're gonna have to report and do 2 days in jail on this by, give you a report date of October 30th at 6 p.m. $362, I'm sorry. Your husband works?
Yeah, he drives truck. He's over the road.
What's his monthly income?
Varies. I don't know off the top of my head.
What's his average monthly income then?
Like 1,500.
Find that you meet the statutory definition of indigence. I'll not impose any fines or costs. 364 days in jail with 362 days suspended. There's no credit. That leaves a balance of 2 days to serve in jail for this sentence. You're not to return to Walmart. You are on probation for 24 months. During that time, you're not to have any criminal violations or incidents. As I indicated, you're not to return to Walmart. You are required to attend a theft awareness class. There's not one locally, but there is those online, and I'll accept those. You are to report to the jail on October 30th, 2020 at 6 p.m. We'll send that information to you at the address that we have. The address we have is on Mary Hill Lane. Is that a current address?
Yes,
A failed report on October 30th will result in a warrant being issued for your arrest. Do you understand that?
yes,
I'll enter the judgment and sentence. We will provide you with information on when to contact probation as well. That will conclude the hearing today. You are excused. That'll conclude court today. We are adjourned.